Good morning, beautiful people. All right, so day 3 of my future trading journey. Currently paper trading right now to learn. Let's check the news. If there's any news today, no news. I did learn something that I didn't know. Deletes. I'm going to delete all of my zones right here. Let me move this up. So that was something that I struggled with yesterday because I was trading within zones, and it was more of a struggle for me to be confident in taking the trades, and also just like taking trades that were forming, new trades that were forming. It was a lot harder to be like confident. All right, so I've deleted everything. So first thing first I'm gonna do for today. So right here, I can see. Let's look. Let me look at something. Let me fix this. It shouldn't be showing lines. Second. Okay. So now I gotta take off all of the journals. So now I know that my journals will, just be for that day, and take a screenshot when I do my visual journaling. So that's good. Hold on. Okay. Alright. So we checking the daily. And we'll figure it out. So, alright, let's get to the 1 hour. We started 4 hour. Let's mark up what we see. So we here. Alright. So quit. 4 hour. So right now I'm just marking up the demand zones that I see. I'm sorry, the supply zone. So supply zones is for, bearish, and demand zones is for bullish. Alright, so now we're at the 1 hour. And remember, the higher the time frame, the stronger the zone. So I did this one instead of that one because it was bigger. Overlap. Let's do this one. Okay. Yeah, I'm also learning to go out a little further. Okay. I got a demand zone down here. 1 hour. Got supplies on 1 hour. Okay. So it's a 30-minute. Let me see anything I'm missing. Got a overlapping zone right here. So I'm just gonna do this one. 30-minute. Okay. Oh, I'm on the, hold on. This is a 30-minute demand zone, right? Should be. Okay. 15-minute. See if I'm missing anything. Oh. Five-minute. So I actually could take this 5-minute. Oh yeah, that's if yeah. All right, so I marked up thing. So now I need to mark the London high and low for the day. Like what's the highest is one so far? Let's see what Asian sessions did. So I had two downtrends. Downtrend. Asian session had some consolidation, but it had a dip. And London session. So now, as of right now, our high versus our low. All right, we're here. So again in 1 minute. Cool. So we got our charts marked up. We're gonna mark up new zones on the 1 minute. We stop at the 15-minute. I can actually remove this 5-minute. Yeah, I'm day trading. I'm not scalping. I'm currently right now here in the uptrend. Or not an uptrend, but this right now is currently going up. I'll be honest, I do feel more like clear to have made new zones versus trying to trade like with markings from the previous day. Definitely helpful. So currently right now we see right here what we got. And we checked for any news. There's no news today. So right now we're here, so potentially we could be and this. Hold on. Nope, look for a short. Right now this here looking for a reversal candle. So this over here. Let me use this one also. If it closes below that, I could look right there to enter for a sell. I'm able to get in right here on my entry. Okay. Right now I'll do a stop order. Take profit. How does 50 to 50 looking? Got 10 units. Okay. Sell price isn't valid for this order type. What does that mean? I need to screenshot this. So Alright, y'all. So, this is not a rejection candle, so I need to be mindful. Alright, now, we're going to see if this 1 minute supply zone is being respected right now. It's making it through. The zone does not become invalid until the candles close outside of it, like close through it and outside of it. And currently, right now, it's been in an uptrend since this rejection candle. It was not a rejection candle, but yeah, 545. Oh, hold on, we got some. Yeah, but the rejection candle is I'm entering. Moving my here. Where did I enter at? Right there. So I need to move this down. Move this down. Nope. Go back. I don't get it. Okay. Yeah. That's where I entered. Another gap is but so I entered because I made this my sell entry. Why is it at 22? It should not be at 22. I put it at 10. Should be at 10. It's crazy. So I have my, this should be right here. Okay. Now I'm just being patient. So for me, and this could be a good learning opportunity, but I'm wondering, like, if I'm having all of this movement in the new zone that I've marked up, do I have to, my question now is like, do I have to wait till it come all the way back down to this zone to then, like how it's touching right here? Can I see, like, this looks almost like, from my understanding, I think it's called a hammer. I actually have, I just want to see. Just want to see. Oh, and I made this trade before the market opened. this is the first time I've done that. So I also, this is a good learning opportunity as well. Because I've never done that before. So it's like, if I'm going to trade the session, do I need to wait? Or is it okay that I started immediately once I marked up my zones and saw a potential good trade? Like a learning opportunity. So today I learned to clear my charts, have fresh charts every single time. Now I'm learning, like, is it okay for me do I wait for the market to open? Like, if I'm trading New York session, do I need to wait? Or the fact that, like, I got on and basically got into the trade, well, let me see, 5 minutes before market. Wow. So oh, wow, it just crossed through the zone. All right, y'all, so look how much I'm in here, but my stop loss, it didn't hit. So let's see what happens. But this is teaching me I should wait. I should have waited for sure. What's this? It's a 4-hour supply gone. Wow. So, learning opportunity is that what would make this supply zone invalid and not something I should take a trade off of is if the candle closes through it and above it. So currently right now, because I did the stop order and it didn't hit, I'm gonna see, hopefully it comes back down for me to at least be able to break even to get out the trade. But now I know, wait until the market actually opens, because that supply zone is just, yeah. Dang, that's crazy. But me doing this stop order versus the market order, the stop orders allow me to, excuse me. It's not like respecting it, if that makes sense. But the good thing is we have another supply zone up here, so as of right now, excuse me, I just need to be patient and, see if it does come back down. Because I don't lose money until I close out that trade. Alright, y'all. So even though this supply zone is invalid, I'm going to wait until I'm able to close out this trade before deleting the zone. I gotta do all this manually. So right now, until I can figure out why my stop and stuff isn't like hidden or being like not respected, but like why when I'm putting this stop order, I'm like, hey, at this, look at my stop loss right here. It's like, why is it not hidden? So hit my TP, so I'm gonna take it. But now I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna delete this zone because yeah, I'm happy I was able to be patient and held it through. I'm also doing a stop order. So I think I'm liking the stop orders over market execution because it didn't immediately stop me out. Also, I'm going to, I entered that at, I don't know, 625. Right here, and then on it. Got a large drop off. So this is trading on just journals ago, so I did not realize. I got trade app and forgot to wait until. So I traded on and invalid. Okay. Okay, so we got this long wick. I want to wait to hear back from my mentor about trading off of newly formed gaps. So, like right now, I could be like, oh, okay, we got a gap. We got a rejection candle, long wick, small body. Okay, if this candle closes below here, I could enter off of this. However, I also got this 1 hour demand zone right here. So I would prefer to be patient. Just what it is. I prefer to be patient. Right here. Exit. Mm-hmm. So I'm currently preparing for a buy opportunity. So I look for a long. Just have that ready. Anything off of here. Yeah. On to be 10. When I get used to the 10, just that amount of money. I gotta be patient. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, I don't have the stops over here. Patient. Mm-hmm. See? So we got two dimensions stacked on top, which feel good. So let's see if it. So I'm waiting to see a rejection candle hit this demand zone. Let me get I'm looking for a buy. Patient. Yeah. One thing trading is really about being patient. Like being patient for it to hit, like your targets and your setups. And then being disciplined for it to actually follow your exact rules and not what you want it to be. So look, we got a touch, right? So it touched it, but this is not a rejection candle because it's not a small body long wick. Now I'm not just gonna get excited that something touched the zone. I'm gonna need to be mindful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we want this to be a rejection candle. Then the following candle. Got a long wick. That's considered a long wick. So I can. So I'm gonna look for. So technically it would be here. And a candle to close above it. That's a long wick. Just be ready. See what happens. So I put this here because this is a rejection candle, right? Long wicks from our body, and so this is the key candle, and the following candle needs to close above. So you see how this is above it, so I can enter. Not gonna enter, but I could. See, if I would have entered, then that fake out. So I needed to close above. I need this candle to close, and then once the candle close above it, I could be good. But let me just be ready for it to close, and I'll feel more confident getting into it. See, it's not closing above it, so I need to close above it. I should have made my water last night. See? See, if I would have did that, so let's see how far it dropped. The good thing is we also got two demand zones here. So let's see the direction. Okay. So technically, since the market has opened, it's been dropping. There is no news today. So then also, because I have a second demand zone, If these candles close through it and above or and below it, this becomes invalid, but then I will potentially have a new entry here. And the good thing is I marked these zones today, so I feel more confident being able to go off of them because they weren't just from yesterday. So that means these zones haven't been invalidated already because they are marked up today. Excuse me. As of right now, the market is respecting the zone. Remember, we need a candle to close above this zone. I haven't made a trade since 6:34. 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes into the market. But it closed above. Just let it close above. Excuse me. Okay, if that close above. I said if it close above. It's above it, but let's see what happens. It went above it, but didn't close above it. So I'm moving this because I know the injury gonna be, See, look, see? Being patient. Where my entry at? Oh, blue line there. Blue line. I want to take profit there. My stop loss is ooh. Maybe having this drop, but it finished above it. So that's gonna be a good, it's like now it comes back to color. Does the rejection candle have to be? Or does the rejection candle have to be a bullish candle specifically, or does the color matter, or is it just the shape? Like I do want to get better at. But you see how it's going below it though? I don't know if it's because it's paper trading or what. But like, but to move the stop loss up to break even and all that, it's like okay, but it's not working on here. Got a long wick. But we got two demand zones, so this make me feel a little bit more, you know. And this reward is. Oh man. So right here, because we know that the trades, like I'm not getting stopped out or my stop loss is being hit, is not closing out the trade. So I can be patient like I was earlier, but I am going to mark this as a question to ask, is this a rejection candle? Does it have to be a... I'm saying it, y'all. I'm watching this as I'm typing that. Does it have to be a bullish rejection candle on the mat? So we have another rejection candle right here. So remember, y'all listen to music on my phone and my headphones, because music helps me like lock in, it helps me be patient, and I don't want to mess up my opportunity to potentially monetize my page, you know, as I continue to grow as a trader and as my page grows. And just from these videos all the way back, I want all the videos to be eligible to be monetizable, you know, when people go back and look at it. Because I am going to be a profitable trader. I am going to be good at trading. I'm going to treat this the same way I approach basketball. You know, I did it every day, regardless of being tired or frustrated or whatever. We're just going, you know. 37, shitty. Yeah. Yeah, so it would be tough for me to trail my stop. Like, you know? Because if I trail my stop to the right, I would hit TP. I'm out. Yeah, got close. I took it. Because I'm having to do all this manually. So, got into another one, y'all. Hey. Yes, another profitable trade today. A win. The profitability, I believe, is determined at the end of the trading day. Entry 52. Just keep it. Alright, y'all. Let's look and see. Alright. Alright, go out. So today I'm at 937. So I chose to now trade 10 contracts instead of one because I learned that for prop firms, your drawdown, well, depending on the type of prop firm that you have, but your drawdown that you have is how do I say it? So the max drawdown you can have in an account, let's say if I got a $50,000 prop firm account, I'm potentially thinking about starting with Take Profit Trader. So the max drawdown that you can have for that account, $2,000. So yeah. So basically, like, what do I want my risk to reward ratio to be? And how many contracts do I want to trade per trade? So from my understanding, trading 2 contracts will cost, I believe, between $250 to $500. So if I'm willing to risk that, I'm willing to make that. So, and I haven't got a prop firm yet or anything like that. I'm just taking what I'm learning and using that in how I practice. So right now, I'm practicing right now, doing the market and everything like that, being open, but it's paper money, right? So, I actually like this part that I did, like highlighting it, actually. So let me do that. Alright. zone. I'm watching it, y'all, but mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Okay. So really right now, we're just being patient. Yes, there are new gaps that are forming, but for me, I don't need to, be able to ask my mentor this, but I am, because these are forming on the 1 minute, I don't know how confident to be taking a trade off of that, Like right here, technically the way this formed, and it went down, right? This has been a good one to go off of, but it's also not on a higher time frame. So do you only take trades off of the zones that you marked up before the market opened? Or do you take zones? Do you take trades off of zones for the 1 minute or 15 second? Okay. I'm just being patient, y'all. My goal is to be done at 8 p.m. So I don't know. 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. So I don't want to force any trades at all. I just want to feel comfortable taking the trades off the higher time frame markings. Just see what the market do. Yeah. Okay. I'll be able to fix everything. Marking it as I go, but I'll be able to fix everything. Excuse me. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me. Patience for it to hit my supply demand zone. Discipline to actually follow the rules. Excuse me. What I'm also learning is like I don't have to take a lot of trades. So, like even me going up to the 10 contracts or me being good or okay with risking basically $250. But that's like with a hard stop loss, right? So I'm figuring out how to make sure that my stop loss is like respected if and when hit. I wanted to get I want to get comfortable and say, man, I just took a L on $250 versus $25. But it's the same exact trade. So I know that more size is what, in a sense, makes the trade technically have like maybe more pressure or more importance because you're risking more. But it's the same trade. So whether I was right or wrong on one contract, it's going to be if I'm right or wrong on 10. So now that I know I'm doing 10, it's okay. Have a fresh chart every day. So delete the markups from the day before. And then to make sure I'm allowing my supply and demand zones to be hit. Me recognizing that to wait for market open so that I'm not trading off of any invalid zones. You know, follow the rules. Like as of right now, it's like, okay, just being patient. I think I can be patient. Alright? Because it is meant for this trade to happen, then it's gonna hit this zone. You know, or have the rejection candle and all that stuff. But if it don't, it's just me getting used to looking at the chart, seeing what it's doing, and also just seeing more new things too. You know, like based on these two trades, I was patient. Like I had to be. I was in a lot of drawdown. This one was actually better because it was a valid zone and I had my stop loss. I could put the stop loss below the zone. Yeah. And I'm live streaming using OBS Studio. So like, okay, while it's doing this, I want to see how, like, what it looks like for me to be live right now. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to my channel. If I go here, all right. So I'm currently live. Okay, the sound is off. It's like for me to be live right now. Okay. So what I wanted to be able to see is like, as I continue to stream live. Oh wow. Oh, it's following what I'm doing. As I continue to stream live, I know that, like, there'll be viewers and people will be, probably, typing in the chat and talking to me. So me being more mindful to know, because I'm streaming live on OBS and I'm not streaming live directly on YouTube, that I just want to be mindful of that. Alright, so let me go here. Back here. Excuse me. So let me do something real quick, y'all. If I do this. Alright, hold on, y'all. I gotta get something. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Ooh. Alright, so I've been patient and waiting. I need to actually lock in this new membership. I want to do Pilates. I learned that I do need to go to the gym. But it has been a challenge with me, like going to the gym on my own merit. Like, okay, you're gonna go to the gym, you are gonna do your workout, all sort of stuff. Like, I'm seeing, like, I need more accountability I need to put in place. So it'll be easier for me to just go to get a membership with specific classes and I'm trying to log in. It's not working. Okay. So right now it's, as you guys can see, I'm not close to, like, in the middle between the supply zone and demand zone. So there's no trade for me to make. There's nothing to force. And right now, don't feel comfortable just taking trades off of the newly formed gaps that are created on the 1 minute, especially because the lower the time frame, it's not as strong as the higher time frame. So I'll just be patient. I'm trying to be patient, but I do need to lock in. Do need to lock in. That's new membership. Just do that. I want to work out in the evening. this is my account. How about I do this? Mm. So right now, what is it? So we basically been consolidating for the past 10 minutes. Okay, I might have to log in. I don't know why my login isn't working. It's making me mad. Probably just have to do it after. Okay. So as I'm being patient, just thinking. Alright. Thinking like trading saved my smile was like I really like learning about like finances and learning about business. But the different businesses that I've tried to start, it was feeling like, dang, so am I not going to be able to have a sustainable business or be able to be doing something that I like and make good money from it, or will it always just constantly be a struggle of like working a job and having a business, or having my career, and having a business? So, but what I loved is that learning how to trade is being self-employed, and that I can create an LLC as a trader, and the profits that I make from trading, I'm able to count that on, as my business expenses and my business revenue. And that I could still be able to achieve business success as a trader. And I don't necessarily have to sell a specific product or offer a specific service. Specific. Right? So I'm able to still get to experience like tax write-offs and being able to have business credit and being able to use that income, to go, for any potential like opportunities or investments or even loans. Like, okay, I want to buy property, right? I want to lease my car if I wanted to. So trading still allows me to experience the benefits of having a business without having to technically deal with the customers and the content creation and all the things that you have to like do to even be able to get a sale. So I recognize like I would prefer to just learn this trading skill, and it's all on me. I can't get mad at the customer for not paying or, you know, being a no-show. I can't get mad because now I want to start doing content creation, but it's possibly a harder barrier of entry, quote unquote. When I say harder barrier of entry, you know, it's like they say, it's oversaturated, and you want to start creating content now, and how many views and impressions you have to get in order to get paid out, and how to make that be consistent, all of that stuff. So to me, I'm just realizing, like, man, aside from my passions of like what I'm interested in and what I like to do, like, I'm also learning to evaluate things from my personality, because my passions sometimes, you know, they change, or I've tried something, it's not what I thought, or it's okay, but it's more hobbyish than it is like lock in. So, yeah. So I'm like, you know, based off my personality and in alignment with like what I'm willing to commit to and do, I would definitely say that trading fits that. Cause like, who else can I get mad at? Like me taking a trade before New York session open, who can I be mad at? I didn't, even if I thought it was a good trade and all that stuff, I didn't wait till market open. So like, trading is forcing me to just have self accountability. All right. Regardless of what time I go to sleep, if I'm doing what I need to do, like as far as my routine, no matter what, I need to get up at 6. So, excuse me. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yep. So me being able to sit here with the opportunity to make money, learn what to look for so I can make money. Like, look, like, let's just put it into perspective, right? So let's say that I was in paper trading. Let's say I'm doing, you know, a prop firm traded on a funded account, or I'm on my personal live account funded. Technically today, I would have made $937. And I've only been up since 6 o'clock. So in an hour and 30 minutes, I've had the opportunity to make $937. And my job, one, it'll take me basically about, let's just say, 2 days. It'll take me 2 days to make that, but I only get paid once a month as a teacher. Currently, I am working on transitioning to a new job, a new career. So, alright. And the thing is, I don't have a bad career. Like, I make, for me to be a teacher, in my opinion, the money that I'm making is like you would be, like you make that as a teacher, but I also live in California with my net take home basically each year. It's like, nah, we need more chicken. We need more money. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Even me just being able to see that, man. It's great, and it just fits where I'm at in life, and I want to be able to show up. Hey, hey, hey. Baby. The biggest thing that I want to focus on is not forcing trades. Like yesterday, I felt like I was forcing trades and I was uneasy because I didn't have clean charts. Hey. So sorry, excuse me. Patience. Patience. Mm. 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 Also, what I do like appreciate is that in the mentorship that I am in, ain't no signals. Like she'll give us like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. Like, hey, I marked in my chart. That's what I'm looking for. But ain't no signals. It ain't like we're relying on her to know when to get in or when to get out. You know, like I wouldn't like the fact if I was sitting here and I'm on the chart and I'm looking at it, but I'm waiting for her to put a signal in the group, in our community for me to enter. So, so I really appreciate the fact that like she's broken down. Like, no, I want you to be able to do this without relying on me. I want you to be able to, be confident in what you're doing. I want you to know why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm gonna teach you how to do it, and then now it's on you. So then when we come into the community, it's more about this is the trade I took. This is what I saw. This was my reasoning behind it. Whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade, it just feels more realistic because now I'm not just because if I would only wanted signals, technically it's like, oh, you're just doing this for the money. And I'll be honest, everybody is trading obviously to make money, but I want to be self-reliant too. So, so man, have we broke? We have traded above the 50 today? Has New York traded above the 50? A little bit right here. Okay. Yeah. Being patient. Being patient. And if just consolidate them. It's pretty cool. No, I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty cool. Oh, she can. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Just got some game, y'all. So one of the people in the community replied to my question I had about daily profit target and daily loss limit. So how do I know, like when somebody says, I hit my target, I'm done for the day? That means how much money did I make today? That's it. When I make this amount of money, I'm done. Or if I lose this amount of money, I'm done for the day. Like I'm off the charts. I'm not placing any more trades. For me, I live to trade another day. Right? So she just replied, I like that. Okay. Actually, the person that responded to me is a admin. So, you know, when the admin respond, he be like, okay. Mm, I like that. Good. I got one question answered. Do. So currently, right now, mine would be 10. I'm willing to. So if I'm willing to, okay. All right, y'all. Rocking. Mm. 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 All right, y'all. We got basically a little one. We got a little under 20 minutes left. Just in the zone. And I'll be honest, I actually prefer this. You know, like basically been consolidating. I should say been consolidating since 708. All right. So I'm saying that I prefer having like having them clean charts. Very big difference. I feel like the trading this week was like Tuesday, okay, marked up, cool, had some good stuff going. Wednesday was a challenge because I didn't know what to take, what not to take. It was like, you know, like that. And then today, like I'm seeing the growth of like understanding. Yeah, I do have another question. So while we're waiting here during this trade, right? My question that I had was, is this the rejection candle that I should have entered the trade on, or is this the rejection candle I should, because it's bullish, you know? So let me close this, make this a little bit. Oh. We consolidating, so I'm cool from right there, but I'm gonna look for myself looking special. So what I want to do is I want to be able to ask my mentor, like, All right, y'all. 747. Still consolidating. So, for today. Ooh. We got 10 more minutes. And this is nowhere near my zone. So, could be okay with. See, look at the consolidation. I do appreciate that. So let's do this. X out of that. Drag that out. Drag that out. Mm-hmm. 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 This one. Dropping. Oh, so technically today I did hit my. Let me see. Technically today I did hit my goal too, though. Let me see. I'll look at it more in depth. Hold on. So it's like now that the admin just responded, technically I hit my target for the day. So now the real test for me right now is like I want to learn. Excuse me. Is So let me also calculate what that is too. Like what my goal would be. So if that's that times 5 times 4. Really? So daily, weekly. Okay. So technically I hit my target today. So this is where I gotta be able to like get out. We just been consolidating since here, really. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because then also what I'm seeing or thinking is if, let's say I'm waiting till 8 a.m., right? So I'm like, oh, okay, I got 7 minutes left. And let's say this buy entry does hit my demand zone. I can enter a new trade. Technically, this third trade would be optional. The third trade would be optional because I've already hit my target for the day based on what the admin just replied and what I've done. So now that I have this daily target, now it's gonna be not having the not having the patience. It's not just gonna be about only having the patience and only having the discipline and then being consistent with following those things. Now it's gonna be having the power to walk away and not overtrade or not get greedy, because I could wait, take this trade, and then lose everything that I just gained today. And then I mean I wouldn't have hit my target. So it's okay that it's like I'm feeling the urge, like I want to get up, close it out, but close it out. Let's just do the things that I would do to close out the trade and just be okay with that. All right, y'all. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk through each of these. Each trade that I took, walk through each one. All right, so there was. Let me turn this music on. Okay, so initially when I got in and I marked up from my higher time frames, there was a zone right here, and because I was excited to see that the price action was already about to hit my zone, I actually entered the trade before New York session opened. Wasn't even thinking about it, you know. So when I entered this trade and got in, immediately placing a sale. Oh, also, I think it'd be good to put sale entry, like just to know what I was on. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, so because I entered here, I was already on the fence. All right, but am I didn't do market execution. I did a stop order entry, but when my stop order entry was hit, it didn't stop me out. So I'm learning that the stop order entry has been saving me on my trades when I need more wiggle room to let the trade breathe, or in moments like this where I'm just uncertain. So, um, right, so yeah, so I learned from here to wait till the market actually opens before I enter any trade to make sure to validate the zones. One, but it ended up being a really great trade. And then, so here I saw this as a rejection candle, right? Because it touched it. So I set up, you know, this orange line right here is what I now use to help me know when to get into a trade. So any candles that close above this, any following candles that close above this orange line after the key candle lets me know, like gives me the confidence to like enter that trade without it like faking out. So, and it still potentially could fake out, but just waiting for that confirmation for it to go here, right? So the only thing that I was kind of uncertain about was yes, it's a rejection candle, but does the rejection candle has to align with the zone? Meaning, this is a rejection candle, but it's a bearish rejection candle. It's a bearish rejection candle. Right? So that means that, let me see something. Excuse me. This is a bearish rejection candle. So does it still count? Right? Or does the rejection candle has to reject the momentum of that trend? Meaning we currently right now are in a downtrend. So these, bearish. I see a rejection candle, but it's not bullish, it's bearish. Do I still treat this as a rejection candle? Does the color of the candle matter? Or does the color of the candle matter? Or do I wait to have the color of the candle match the actual zone? Right, so do I only take bullish rejection candles off of demand zones? Or do I only take bearish rejection candles off of supply zones? So that's what's really the only thing from this specific trade, right? But actually it still ended up playing out. But what if this would have just kept going down? So I did feel confident because it was in a higher time frame zone. So that's what made me even want to be able to enter, like it hit the zone, But it's just this part, the color. So I'm gonna ask the community I'm in, mentorship, does color matter? Let's see. But I did have 2 successful trades, and I am proud of myself for being patient throughout this consolidation and not forcing any trades or just feeling like I want to make a trade. And then I'm happy now that I have clarity on technically what my daily profit target is and what my daily loss limit is, and what my contract size should be. So they just confirmed that in the group. So now I'll be able to know. So that means technically I could have been, done at 7. Like, hey, I hit my daily profit for the day. You feel me? Do my journal and be out. Now I don't have to like just sit here and say, okay, am I going to get any more trades because I didn't have my confirmed daily profit target before today's session. So I feel really good. All right. And yeah, so now I know, like, for my trades, like, I want to be able to, like, circle. And I wonder, just hear me out, if the color of my entries are orange, should this eclipse, is that what it is? Yeah, the eclipse. If this eclipse tool should also be orange, let me just see something. I just want things to like match up so I can know what I'm looking at. But these entries go together. Orange? What kind of orange? Oh, no, no, no. What to do? Actually, not bad, though. Because that lets me know what I'm looking at, you know? I actually like that. I like that color coordination. Just like... Also, yeah, let me categorize what this is. I want this to be reflection. Alright. This is a question. Nope. So my journaling style is just becoming more and more fit to my eyes, you know? Alright. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Also, let me see. Like right now, I've just been taking one-on-ones. Alright. So if I... Hold on. Where did I enter at? So I also learned when I put that my entry was exactly right there. So if I had put a short right here. A short. No, a short. A short. Yes, it is. So if I would have did a... And see, I didn't wait all the way for the one either. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened for me to have waited a little bit longer. But I want to see what would have my one... Oh, wow. I would have had to wait all the way down here for a 1 or 2. So 1 or 2 means I'm willing to risk $1 to make $2. Versus a 1-on-1 is I'm willing to risk $1 to make $1. So, okay. So way to even here. Alright, my 1 could have held a little bit more. But remember, this is where I was uncertain. I was uncertain because this had became an invalid zone. You know? So that's where I was uncertain at. And let's see here. This one I was uncertain, but I knew it was a rejection candle. I just didn't know if it counted. Alright, so let's say, where did I enter at? What it is. Enter that. Basically the top of that wick. Essentially. Yeah, essentially. Top of the wick. Right there. Oh. Alright, what was that? Yeah, it's not tripping. Keep that. Along. I should be in along. Okay. Here. This is the 1. If I would have waited for the 2, I would have hit it. I would have had a good chance of hitting it. But right now I'm doing one-to-ones because I want to get used to the prop firm strategy. And in the prop firm strategy, I want to be able to pass my evals. Okay. Alright, and let's see what it ended up doing. Still consolidated, y'all. So I'm glad. Just being patient. No. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this picture. We're also gonna look at look y'all. Look y'all. Come on. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Come on. So today, had a big day. Mm, 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 mm. So yesterday, look, this happened yesterday. That's what threw me yesterday. Remember, I'm trading off of, I don't know what was going on. Using a market order execution. I didn't like that. I like to stop entry orders better. Alright, so let me click that for today. Okay. So I'm gonna enter my journal, but this is what my journal is. That was from Sunday. That was Thursday. It is up here. And going off today. That's one. Two is that screenshot I just took. Okay, so like these are the quick. Alright, then I go to Wednesday. Oh, I didn't put in it. Alright, y'all. Yesterday that I need to be accountable. I didn't journal yesterday. I was mad not mad, but like I didn't appreciate how that day went, just the uncertainty and all that. But actually, no, I want it to be the other way. But yeah. Let's say about 6:15. Like 6:15. I really just want to say yes though on that. On that P&L was what? 975. That says gross. After commission. So what was it really? 937. Okay. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. It's been real. Alright. Why do I trade? Because trading saved my smile. Still is allowing me to do. It allowed me to learn a skill to still do what I aspire to do, just in a different way. And one day I'll be able to help people. Just be able to, share my journey, why I chose to commit to this, and how it's actually been able to change my life. And the beauty of investing in yourself. What that looks like. Alright, y'all, I'm out.